Australia and the Solomon Islands have fostered a close futsal relationship over the past 2 decades, and they meet here at Valentine Sports Park in Sydney for an international friendly that serves as vital preparation for their upcoming World Cup qualification campaigns. Yes, a place at next year's World Cup in Lithuania is the prize, and after playing out a thrilling first international down the road on Friday, both Rob Varela and Vinny Lecce know that this is another key part of the preparation for the Futsalroos and the Kurukuru. We're going to pause for the national anthems. International friendly, the Futsalroos taking on the Kurukuru. What a game it promises to be. Australia versus the Solomon Islands. It's Tony Tanous with you in commentary. Thanks for your company wherever you're watching around the world. Be sure to share the live stream around. Leave comments throughout. And we're set for an absolute blockbuster here. If it produces anything like we saw on Friday night down the road at Dural, 4-3 victory on that occasion. The Futsalroos beating the Solomon Islands. And we're certainly set for a big afternoon here in Sydney. Time to have a look at the starting fives for both sides. Rob Varela starts with Gavin O'Brien in goals. The other outfield starters are Greg Giovanali, Grant Lynch, Daniel Fogarty, and Carlos de Oliveira. As for the Kurukuru, Vinny Lecce names the following starters. In goals it will be Anthony Talo, and then Alvin Ho, the legend of Solomon Islands football, Elliot Rugomo, George Stevenson, and Coleman Macau. The big news for the Solomon Islands is that Jake Wetney is in the squad today. One of the greats of Solomon Islands futsal. Terrific to see him in action. Of course, no Arnold Mayluma, who was suspended after a red card on Friday night in that 4-3 loss to the Futsalroos. So Jake Wetney coming into the squad today. We're all set to get underway. It will be international rules at play. Big occasion, international futsal, 20-minute stop clock. So we will keep you posted throughout the coverage and how long there is throughout each half. The Futsalroos, Australia, in the all-yellow strip, and Solomon Islands, Kurukuru, in the all-green. Just about set to get proceedings underway. Our officials for this one, Darius Turner and Jonathan Moore running the lines. Our third official, Cameron Lee, and the timekeeper, Jake Rose. It will be the Futsalroos, Australia, kicking us off, running from left to right in the all-yellow, and we are underway. This international that sets the scene ahead of the qualifiers for both of these countries. A big occasion. Solomon Islands making some massive inroads in the futsal scene over the last decade or two. Country that is obsessed, loves this game. And we're seeing that development continue. Year on year, they've put on a super impressive display on Friday night. And they're getting pressed here hard by Australia. A good high press to start the afternoon for the Futsalroos. Now it's Greg Giovanali feeding Daniel Fogarty, scorer of 2 goals in that international on Friday night. Player who's very familiar with this court. Plays for the Inner West Magic Club in the New South Wales Premier League. And here he is, Daniel Fogarty. Giovanali gets it forward. Inner West Magic, of course, do use this ground as their home base. Lovely turn there from the legend that is Elliot Rogomo. Couldn't keep that one in play, but he's got the captain's armband. Now the ball's at the feet of Lynch, who finds De Oliveira. Looking for the target in Lynch. De Oliveira, great block there. Coming in from Coleman Macau, the captain of the champions of Solomon Islands futsal, Kuline FC. Gets the start today. Didn't start on Friday night. The number 11, Coleman Macau. Another very impressive performer on Friday night was the number 4 for Solomon Islands in George Stevenson. He starts again as Alvin Ho tries his luck from distance. Early sider for the Kurukuru. Fogarty looks to hit De Oliveira. Picked up though by Macau. And it's Alvin Ho getting it forward on target. The pace of the game on Friday was super impressive. And this one started equally with a lot of pace early on. Here's Fogarty getting to it ahead of Macau. And now looking to combine with Lynch. The Futsalroos feeding De Oliveira. And now space. Giovanali gets the opener. We're only a minute and a half here. And Greg Giovanali at the back post picks up the thread there from Carlos De Oliveira. And the Futsalroos take an early lead here. 1-0 to Australia over the Solomon Islands. Terrific start from the hosts. On Friday night, they were trailing by 3-1 early in the second half. Mounted a terrific comeback late on to get the victory. And they've started as they left off. The early goal, Greg Giovanali, one of the veteran Futsalroos. Now it is George Stevenson. Good test this for the Solomon Islands. Let's see how they keep their composure. Vinny Leitchi's certainly been working on the temperament and the mentality since taking over in January. The other thing that's been super impressive from Solomon Islands has been their work in the fitness side of things. Very strong, fit side. Now they feed Stevenson. Is just waiting for the support to come forward. Coleman Macau, good feet from him. The double team though coming from the Futsalroos, De Oliveira and Greg Giovanali, the 2 players who combined for that opening goal after a minute and a half. A farewell fixture for both sides before they go on World Cup qualification routes. So Oliveira picks up a loose ball and tries his luck from range. Talo does well. Was superb on Friday night. The goalkeeper, Anthony Talo, player who's played in goals for the Solomon Islands across 3 different disciplines: outdoor, beach football, with the Bilikiki, the beach football side of the Solomon Islands. Now, Giovanali almost getting him behind there. Stevenson, though, able to hold him off. And he is a keeper that's featured at 2 World Cups. Certainly showed his class on Friday night, did Anthony Talo. He's conceded one early on here as Ahmed Sweden gets his first minutes on the court. Debutant last week, also on Fornito and Wade Giovanali. And it's Wade Giovanali on the ball now, the younger brother of Greg, the goal scorer. Now it's Fornito, another player familiar with the court here at Valentine Sports Park, like Fogarty, an Inner West Magic player. Fornito's applying the press here on Ragomore. Not quite on the same wavelength there with Boule, who's just come on. Jeremy Boule, one of the experienced players. Another player to see in the action now, Otoinau. Charlie Otoinau's come on. Here he is, the number 6. Big target man, Charlie Otoinau. Gets the shot on, saved by Gavin O'Brien at that near post. Terrific start to this match. The intensity's high. Niski's on the court for his first action in this series. Didn't feature on Friday night. Lovely work here, Giovanali. Almost skips past his opposite number in Otoinau. Wade Giovanali scored 2 goals in that 4-3 victory on Friday night. Here he is applying the press. They find Otoinau. Can't keep the ball in play. If you just joined us, 4.5 minutes have elapsed. Remember, it is stop clock in this international rules. So every time the ball does go out, the clock is stopped. Niski gets the header on. So 15.5 minutes remain in this first half. Futsalroos leading by 1-0, courtesy of a goal after 1.5 minutes. From Greg Giovanali. Early goal separates these 2 sides. Great to see the Futsalroos back in action. It's been a hiatus since the 2016 World Cup as Fornito comes forward. With the World Cup in Lithuania next year, the program's back in action. They've got the AFF Futsal Championships coming up in Vietnam on the 21st to the 27th of October. They'll be flying out on Wednesday as Sweden shakes off his defender and now looks for the square ball to Niski. Good feet from Ahmed Sweden there. Had a bit of nerves perhaps on Friday night, but he started this one well, coming off the bench. One of 5 debutants we saw on Friday. So it is a big month coming up for both these nations. Mentioned the AFF Futsal Championships. As Alvin Ho comes forward, Niski does the job on him. Futsalroos drawn in the group alongside hosts Vietnam. They've also got Malaysia and Indonesia. 3 games in 3 days. Have to finish in the top 2 in the group. As Niski comes forward in transition now, Nathan Niski. Scampering across though is Boule. Jeffrey Boule doing well defensively. We're going to see another change. Elis Mana coming on. Number 13 for the Kurukuru. Down the line it goes to Fornito. Looking for the switch out. O'Brien can't keep that one in under pressure from Boule. And it is a chance to set up high up the court here for the Solomon Islands. Yet to beat the Futsalroos. They're certainly getting closer and closer, as we saw on Friday. They take a bit of confidence from that, heading into this one, and also the OFC qualifiers, which are coming up for them. The OFC Futsal Nations Cup in New Caledonia, the 27th of October through to the 2nd of November. Lynch pressured high up in the court. It is going to be a free kick to the Futsalroos. The double team coming there from Maloncia and also Elismana. But they've adjudged to have fouled. And it is a set piece opportunity here for Australia. International football coming to you live across Football New South Wales Facebook. Thanks for your company. Tony Tanous with you as the Australian team strike on goal for Fornito. A wonderful save there from Anthony Talo. That power that Fornito packs in his left foot on display there. Terrific option from the Futsalroos. They lead by 1-0. Fornito again. Under pressure here, Solomon Islands. Can they withstand this build up from the Futsalroos? Fornito overhits that one. Could see the set play, perhaps trying to find Wade Giovanali. This coverage brought to you by both Football New South Wales and the Football Federation Australia. Thank you for your company, wherever you are. Hopefully a few viewers checking in from Honiara, looking to see their Solomon Islands team try and bounce back from an early goal scored by Futsalroos legend in Greg Giovanali. He's the youngster coming on for his first taste this afternoon. Ethan DeMello, number 14 for Australia, only 16 years of age. A very talented youngster, has really caught the eye. He's shaken off there though. Chance here. Solomon Islands still building. Now a chance, and what a save that was! Boulay denied. A wonderful break down the right-hand side from Maloncia, and a terrific save. Gavin O'Brien. Rapid transition there involving Elismana, Maloncia, and the shot coming from Jeffrey Boulay. But Gavin O'Brien up to it there. Now the strike from range. Good impact here from Maloncia. Started the game on Friday night. He's come off the bench this afternoon. And he was involved in the build-up there. Unlucky for the Solomon Islands. Superb save, it would have been level. Here is that youngster I talk about, DeMello. We saw the skill there. Lovely feet on that far side, drawing the foul. 12 minutes 45 remain in this first half. As Fornito comes back on, as does Greg Giovanali. Lynch is on there as well. DeMello at the back post. Giovanali perhaps fancying himself to go direct here. He's waiting for the movement of Lynch. Leaves it for Fornito. The block comes from Elismana. Just joined us, Tony Tanous with you. It is the Futsalroos who lead by 1-0, courtesy of a goal in the second minute from Greg Giovanali. Tap in at the back post after a lovely feed from Carlos de Oliveira. Here's Giovanali pulling the strings with DeMello. Tries to go one-on-one against Maloncia. What a turn that is from Sia. And now he's on the right foot. Great skill. But here's the chance to transition. Lynch happy to hold it up, though, for Australia. Now DeMello. Giovanali with a wonderful first touch, trying to dance around Boulay on that far side. Boulay sticking to his defensive duties. Now Fogarty. Lynch on the left foot, across the goal. Couldn't get that one on target. One of the debutants on Friday night. Player who does play in the New South Wales National Premier League outdoor for Blacktown City. Defender by trade in the outdoor version of the game. But he plays as a target man. You can see him holding up the play here and combining with Fogarty. Now Giovanali. Futsalroos in the mood with the lead. Fogarty. Lynch almost feeds him there. Lifting the tempo. Using Lynch as a target. Wonderful. Opening 8 or so minutes. Hope you're enjoying it. Tony Tanous with you. Thanks for your company with the team from Spot On Video on the Football New South Wales Facebook page. On behalf of Football New South Wales and the FFA, thanks for your company. Let us know where you are watching. Share a comment. Share the stream around. Giovanali, Wade turns beautifully, but the keeper does well. Reads that extremely well. Anthony Tarlaw. Triple international, as I mentioned. He's just taken a knock here, so the referee just making sure he gets some treatment. Does give us a chance to update you about some of those action that will be taking place for Solomon Islands. The Kurukuru, they'll be in New Caledonia, as I mentioned earlier. They'll be flying out to New Caledonia on the 22nd of October. They'll be playing in a group which features Tonga, Tahiti and Fiji. They're playing in the city of Paita. Only one team from the OFC qualifiers will qualify for next year's World Cup in Lithuania. Solomon Islands, 5 times OFC champions. As Fogarty comes forward, good to see Tarlo back out there. The Solomon Islands, last defending champions at the OFC Nations Cup. They represented Oceania at the last 2 World Cups. Wade Giovanali tries to feed it. Tarlo reads well. Picking up where he left off on Friday night, the goalkeeper. Down the line it goes to Fogarty. In quickly was Boulay. Sharp challenge there. Now Fogarty. In it goes to the feet of Wade Giovanali. He's got his brother Greg available, and that's where he goes. Greg looks over the top now. Fogarty inside. Good build up this from Australia. Keeping possession well. Movement's good. Fogarty's in the mood. One of the stars of the game here in Australia and across the Asian futsal scene. Fogarty goes inside. Now it's a chance for Elliot Rogomo to counter-attack. Australia working back rapidly in transition. Great atmosphere here at Valentine Sports Park as Fogarty drives forward. And it was Wade Giovanali trying to go at the near post. Fans from both countries here in the northwest of Sydney. Great occasion for the futsal game as Fogarty comes forward. Now Wade Giovanali. Contributing into the defensive scenario there was Alvin Ray. Number 14 for Solomon Islands. They play through Tolo. Now it's Ray. Down the line it goes from Egeta, getting his first minutes. Charlie Egeta, the number 7, is available here on the near side. Ragomo, is he going to try his luck? Nothing on. Couldn't get that one under the bar. Couldn't test Gavin O'Brien. We're at the halfway point of the first half. 10 minutes remain. It's been a frantic opening to this match as Fogarty peels out on the left side. Fogarty dances around one. In the end, he's found Giovanali. Now Greg. De Oliveira thought about lining one up. Good ball movement from Australia. Getting the block on was Atoinao. Now Egeta. Looking for the feet of Ragomo. Atoinao. Happy to keep a bit of possession here, Solomon Islands. They trailed by 1-0. Did have a superb chance to the number 8, Boulay. Just saved by O'Brien. Egeta, who's playing in that pivot role at the base of the formation. Can't find his target. And now Wade Giovanali. Egeta happy to hold it up again. This man's responsible, Elliot Nagomo, for the fastest ever goal in an official match. So they hold the record as they build up down that right-hand side. Otoinao getting the shot on, stinging the palms of O'Brien. That fastest ever goal scored by Solomon Islands back in July 2009 against New Caledonia, coming after 3 seconds. They've trailed here to an early goal. It wasn't quite after 3 seconds. 1.5 minutes in. They're looking to hit back. Fogarty has a rest. Just under 9 minutes remain of this first half. Just joined us. Spread the word. Share the live stream around. 3 p.m. kickoff in Honeyara. Hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you're watching in Solomon Islands or around the world. No doubt a bit of interest right across Asia and the Oceania Football Confederation, given these two teams will be in action in the coming weeks. Ergeta looking to link on that far side with Otoinao. Couldn't quite connect. The changes coming thick and fast. We are approaching summer here in Sydney, but the temperatures comfortable. 18 degrees today. Nice conditions for both indoor, outdoor football. As Lynch turns on this. Now a chance for Grant Lynch. Tries to dink over the keeper. Tauler does well. Maybe he wants that one back. The captain or the coach in Rob Varela certainly suggesting that he should have hit that one with a bit more pace. He saw the keeper come off his line and he tried the direct route or the chip over the top. Now for Nito! And Talo again. It's gone out for a corner, but the quickly taken free kick. Certainly Australia have lifted the tempo from Friday night. They're moving the ball around very quickly. Speaking to Rob Varela, doesn't want them to peak ahead of the championships. They're building towards that. You see that build up. They've had a number of warm-up games against some club sides here. The likes of Mountain Magic, Inner West Magic, and also Harkoa. Been together for best part of a couple of months now. Lots of training sessions, camps coming together, building this up towards the AFF Championships. Squad of 26 initially, which has been whittled down to the 14 we have. As Lynch feeds for Nito! What a save from Anthony Talo! That looked destined for the back of the net. And Talo stuck out the right hand just as Gavin O'Brien did earlier on at the other end. And it remains 1-0. Here is Sweden. Now feeding Niski. Bonito denied by the wonderful Solomon Islands goalkeeper. Sweden now pressured. Good strong play from Sia. Marlon Sia battling away in the midfield. And now Lynch is on the left foot, which he fancies. Tried the strike direct there. Temperature hotting up. We're going to see the first timeout. It is going to be taken by the Solomon Islands. It gives us a chance to have a bit of a breather. Vinny Leishi is the coach who's using the timeout. Both coaches, of course, do get the opportunity to have a timeout. And it is the Solomon Islands who take the first opportunity just to address the situation. They trailed by 1-0. 7 minutes and 12 seconds remain in this opening half. Goal coming after a minute and a half from Greg Giovanali. What a contest it's been. Chances at both ends. Bule was denied by a superb Gavin O'Brien save. And at the other end, we've just seen Anthony Talo deny Daniel Fornito. Does give us a chance to have a bit of a breather. What a frantic opening half it's been. Solomon Islands, terrific to see their progression in the game of futsal. Started to really inject and make that a big part of their national agenda. Over the last couple of decades, and you're starting to see the fruits of that. Investment in the small-sided version of the game. And that connection with Australia goes back to 2002, when the game was introduced by a New South Wales pastor in Brian Codrigan. And that relationship certainly fostered as Niski comes forward. We've seen youth teams come over from the Solomon Islands over the last few years, taking part in national futsal championships. And it's terrific to see the passion that the nation of the Solomon Islands does have for the Kurukuru. We wish them all the best at the upcoming OFC Nations Cup. This is key preparation. I'll certainly be pleased to be able to compete with Australia. They haven't beaten them yet. They got so close on Friday night. But this was a team that used to suffer significant losses against the Futsalroos when they first started playing. Results to the tune of 8 or 9 to 1. You can see the gap narrowing year on year through that investment in futsal. Credit goes to the current coaching setup. Vinny Leitchi came in January, and along with Alexander Argolo, they've implemented a program, a strength and conditioning program, which has seen this team become one of the fittest around. Hopefully to take them to the next level. And here's an opportunity now. Coleman Macau, one of the starters, back on. The captain, as I said, of Cooline FC, the champions of the SIPA Futsal League, the league that runs in the early part of the year from March to July through Solomon Islands, a 19 competition. You can see a lot of these players. Great contest it was between Marist, one of the traditional powerhouses, and Cooline for the championship, which was only separated by goal difference at the end of the day. Both finishing on 21 points. Marist captained by the great Ragomo, Elliot Ragomo. And Coleman Macau is on the court at the moment, the number 11, captain of the champions. Here is Niski trying his luck from range. Bevy of changes now from Rob Varela. DeMello's one of those that's come on. Fogarty and Giovanali. Giovanali wearing the captain's armband for the Futsalroos. Greg Giovanali, that is. Varela ringing the changes fast now. 5.5 minutes remain of this first period. Hope you're enjoying it. Across the Football New South Wales Facebook page. Remember, share the live stream around. As the ball's out now with De Oliveira. And he can't quite keep the ball in play. 1-0 it remains to Australia. Talo. Stevenson's back on the court. One of the starters and one of the star players on Friday night. Here he is. Can't quite connect. Jeffrey Boulay. What a performance it was from Stevenson on Friday. Australia started slowly. They built into the game, and you can see they've started this one with the same up-tempo mood. With 5 minutes remaining of this first period, they lead by 1-0. Is this the moment that Solomon Islands can try and build through Australia? Greg Giovanali keeping his calm at the back. Will be a side ball to Australia. I mentioned that strength and conditioning program. Alexander Argalo. They've had a couple of camps over in Lismore throughout the year since they came on board in February. And that's been their base in Queensland. They've come down for these two internationals against the Futsalroos. They will go back to Lismore. But they'll continue their camp ahead of their OFC championships. They certainly go into those championships as one of the favourites, but they know the competition will be stiff. Of course, they've got Tonga, Tahiti and Fiji in their group. Play them on the 28th, 29th and 30th of October. In the other group, New Zealand, New Caledonia, the hosts, plus Vanuatu, and also American Samoa. 1 and 2 will go through to the semi-finals, and it will only be one to go through to the World Cup in Lithuania. So the competition gets better and better. Investment in coaches right across the Oceania Football Confederation. And now they've got a chance here in counter-attack. Inside was Stevenson. It was Ellis Mana trying to find him, and he couldn't quite connect. A great transition from Australia. They're able to get back. Now Giovanali. Thought that was the moment there with 4 minutes of this first half remaining. Now it's Stevenson, and it's blocked by his opposite number in Greg Giovanali. Trying his luck from range there. Here's Alvin Ho. Now it's out there with Mana. In it goes to Stevenson. Where's the combination? The flick coming. Looking for that 1-2 with Mana. But O'Brien was alert to the danger. Now it's out there with DeMello. First time ball into the feet of De Oliveira. The physical challenge there from Jeffrey Boulay. We are going to see Rob Varela use his timeout with 3 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. Australia go to their one timeout of the half. Chance just to address things with 3.5 minutes remaining. Hope you are enjoying the coverage. It's Tony Tanous with you along with the team from Spot On Video. We're live across Football New South Wales Facebook. Thanks to Football New South Wales and the Football Federation of Australia. This stream coming to you ahead of the preparations for both these sides. Qualifiers coming up. Solomon Islands have been to the World Cup on 3 occasions, 2008, 2012, 2016. Nation that's developed, that's already tasted victory. They won one game back in 2012 against Guatemala. But they know that the challenge continues to rise across Oceania. It's the same story in Australia, the rise of futsal across Asia. As I mentioned, Australia will be taking on Vietnam, the hosts, Malaysia and Indonesia in the AFF Futsal Championships. 21st, 22nd and 23rd of October in Ho Chi Minh City. The other group features Thailand, Myanmar and East Timor, as well as Cambodia. Only the top 3 qualify for the next step. So the top 3 in the AFF will qualify for the AFC Futsal Championships, which will be held next year in Turkmenistan in February and March. And from there, the top 5 in Asia go to the World Cup. So it's certainly a longer path for Australia and the Futsalroos. They've got a set piece here, and it is Daniel Fogarty on the ball. They've got a one-man wall set up. Tarlo just organising his defence. Will Fogarty leave it? He does for Giovanali. Now Fornito! And he's hit that just wide. A nice variation there. Fogarty leaving that one for Giovanali to lay it off to Fornito. And Fornito striking just wide. That looked destined for the back of the net. Inches away. It is Rogomo. The danger of Fornito. You've seen that on the strike. One of the newcomers in this World Cup cycle. Certainly making a big impression across the New South Wales Premier League and also the club, the Regional Club Championships last year. Long ball forward. Otoinau! Not a bad effort. Gavin O'Brien had to make a save. Sorted his feet out very quickly there. Did Charlie Otoinau. Now it's Ragomo, combination with Alvin Ray. Again, the shot, they couldn't get it on target. Pace of this game continues to heat up. 3 minutes remain in this first half. DeMello combining now with Fogarty. Can't get it through the Solomons midfield. But he works back in defence to apply the pressure. Now Elliot Ragomo trying his luck again across the keeper. O'Brien back into the fold. Gavin O'Brien for this World Cup cycle, not currently with a club. Good play there from Solomon Islands. It looked like Mana might be able to thread it through to Otoinau. Australia able to hold them up. And now for Nito. Chance to go one-on-one. Strong challenge there from Alvin Ray. Great defending. Coach in Vinny Leitchi very happy with that. Now Giovanali looking for that 1-2 with DeMello. Talented youngster, as I mentioned, only 16. Fogarty's given that one up. Otoinau now feeds it to the left-hand side. And Ellis Mana. The block coming though for Nito, helping Fogarty out. The two Inner West Magic players playing on their home court. We saw on Friday night George Stevenson score direct from a corner. There was a lovely ball from Ellis Mana. Couldn't quite connect with Otoinau. Fitness of these Solomon Islands players. Been doing so much work throughout 2019. As Fogarty comes forward, apart from the work done during the camps, they've been able to keep that going at home through their assistant trainer. Now it's forward to Greg Giovanali, the only goal scorer here if you've just joined us. We're under 2 minutes remaining in this first half. They scored after a minute and a half. As Giovanali lines one up to his brother at the back post. Wade feeding Greg, and Greg's disappointed with the outcome of that. He wanted to hit the back of the net. A lovely ball from Wade Giovanali. Two players who feature in the New South Wales National Premier League 2 in the outdoor version. With the champions this year, Hills United, along with Daniel Fogarty, players that play together not only for the national team but also in the New South Wales NPL 2. The big news, of course, for Daniel Fogarty, who'll be going up to NPL 1 along with Mount Druitt Town Rangers, who've picked him up after this season that he had. But his focus for now is on the futsal version of the game. Got a big task ahead of them in Vietnam. Rob Varela certainly be pleased with the output in this first half. They've kept Solomon Islands quiet in the main. To Oliveira, who created the first assist. Now the combination for Fogarty. Working back though, Egeta! And he almost gives it up there. Carlos de Oliveira sneaks in and almost puts it away. Good pressing there from Australia on the front foot. Long goes the ball. Excellent hold-up play from Macau. Coleman Macau. Now Ergueta. Here's Ragomo. Again in the Australian press. They can't get through it. Now the ball goes over. Again it's Australia. Compactness in defence. It's been a real feature. Great crowd here. Grandstand full. Filling up behind the goal as well. nation that's been starved of the futsal scene in recent years. Hopefully some momentum can be built around this campaign. Really, as we've seen right across Asia and across Oceania and the world, futsal a key part of the development plank, particularly in the younger years. Nations starting to take it more serious. You see the investment, and now good play on that right-hand side. To get there it was, getting that shot on. Short pass from Macau. Here's Giovanali, looking to dink one over the top. Can't keep it in play. We're in the last seconds of the first half. 12 seconds remain. Can the Solomon Islands find an equaliser? Looking for the combination. Is it a foul? Play on was the call. We're going to get another stoppage. 7 seconds remain. No foul there, so we're going to play on. Australia with 7 seconds remaining. Is this a chance now for Solomon? Bit of confusion there in the Australian defence. So taking that restart. Fogarty happy to kill the seconds here and look long. Trying to expose the keeper. It is the last action of a frantic and thrilling first half, which sees Australia take the lead into the break. The goal coming after a minute and a half. Greg Giovanali getting on the end of a lovely ball from Carlos de Oliveira. It is the only goal of the first half. We've certainly had some chances. Boulet testing Gavin O'Brien at one end and Daniel Fornito denied by Talo at the other. It's been a great first half of international action. We're going to take a short break and be back with all the second half action. Do stick around. We'll be back shortly. And it is a welcome back to Valentine Sports Park for this friendly international between the Australian Futsalroos and the Solomon Islands. Kurukuru, if you just joined us, 1-0. It is to the Australians. They scored after a minute and a half. It's been a fantastic first half. Thanks for your viewership right around the world. We are going live right around the world. We've got viewers from Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, South Korea, the Philippines, Somalia, Fiji, Canada, Malaysia. Do let us know where you are watching. Lots of interest ahead of the AFC or the AFF qualifiers for Australia and the OFC qualifiers for the Solomon Islands. It's Tony Tanous with you, along with the team from Spot On Video. We are live across Football New South Wales Facebook. This live stream brought to you by Football New South Wales and the Football Federation of Australia. Thanks for your company. We're set for a second half with Atoinao in behind. Oh, what an opportunity that was. Almost equalising within the first 18 seconds of the second half. A lovely touch over the top from Charlie Atoinao. Wonderful opening to this second half. They are looking to hit back. Let's see what Vinny Leitchi's addressed, the coach of the Solomon Islands. Rob Varela, pleased of course with the output in the first half, but he'll want them to reproduce it in this second period. Australia are missing 3 of their regulars or their squad members that will be travelling to the AFF Championships. Still got Tobias Sito, one of the regulars, along with Jared Bazja, 2 of the regulars for the Futsalroo over the years. They're overseas still, so they'll be joining the team in Vietnam. Adam Cooper, who took part on Friday's game down the road at Dural, as Lynch turns onto his right foot. And the excellent block there from Egeta. Lynch turning onto his right foot. The target roll. Adam Cooper away in Melbourne today, so he'll be joining the team. They'll be setting off for Vietnam on Wednesday. Giovanali looking for the switch out. De Oliveira, 2 players involved in the only goal so far. Australia with a 1-0 lead. Fogarty looking for that combination with Lynch. Just about a full house here. Almost at capacity. Terrific audience. And our viewership continues to climb across the Asian region and also Oceania. Thanks for your company. 20 minutes of stop clock. We'll be keeping you posted on how long remains. Egeta, who's didn't feature much on Friday. Certainly been a part of things today. He's getting plenty of minutes out there. And let's see what Solomon Islands can mount in this second half. The 5 times OFC champions. Last time around in Fiji, 2016, they were the winners there. So they're going to go to New Caledonia, perhaps as one of the favourites. They've got Tonga, Tahiti, and also Fiji. Perhaps a couple of viewers from Fiji checking in, keeping an eye on potential opposition. Fogarty scored 2 goals in that come from behind 4-3 victory to the Futsalroos on Friday. One of the starlets of the game here in Australia, Daniel Fogarty. Giovanali, also a stalwart. This guy's a debutant in this campaign. Grant Lynch plays for the UTS Northside Club in the New South Wales Futsal Premier League. Frustration there. Marlon Sia thought he won that ball fairly, the youngster. One of the new members of this Solomon Islands squad. The challenge there on Fogarty. And it is Fornito who's come on for Lynch. This is a set-piece opportunity, so perhaps a bit of pinch hitting here. Carlos de Oliveira, will he make the dummy and leave the space for Fornito at that far side? Over the ball is Giovanali. Is he going to go direct? Looking to feed Oliveira. And there was an acrobatic effort from Fogarty. Couldn't get that volley down. But he's a great athlete, Daniel Fogarty. Certainly can produce some outrageous technique. We saw that on Friday. Part of his double scoring performance. Giovanali pressed here. Alvin Ho it was. Now they're looking to go quickly. Good work from Egeta. Now he's got Otoino! Is this the moment? The keeper comes out. Gavin O'Brien produces an outstanding save. And the Solomon Islands fans, the Kurukuru fans on that far side, thought it was the moment for Otoino. But Gavin O'Brien comes up strong for Australia. Here's the resulting corner ball. Alvin Ho couldn't get his shot on target. And it remains 1-0 to the Futsalroos. 17 minutes, 19 seconds remain. As Fornito looks to hit the commentary box. Couldn't quite find his target. Almost found us up here in the commentary box as the Solomon Islands build now. Down the right-hand side through Maloncia. Ball didn't stay in play, so it will be a turnover. Futsalroos a chance to bring on Niski and Ahmed Sweden. Ahmed Sweden, one of those 5 debutants on Friday. Forward it goes from Fogarty, can't hit Fornito. And that gives Rob Varela a chance to bring on Wade Giovanali. Gonna have a chat here. Alvin Ho just being addressed by referee Darius Turner. Keep the comments coming through. Share the live stream around. Thanks for your company on this afternoon from the northwest of Sydney. Valentine Sports Park is the scene. It is the home of football, New South Wales. Very much the home of futsal in Australia. A court that plays host to the finals across the New South Wales Premier League of futsal. Wade Giovanali upended on the near touchline near us by Alvin Ho, who has a rest. Wade Giovanali, one of the players who has featured in this Futsalroos side over the years, along with his brother Greg. Scored a double. Wants the ball back from Niski. Can't quite keep it in. Good target play though from Wade Giovanali. 16 and a half minutes remain. 1-0's the score. Australia leading Solomon Islands. What have the Kurukuru got in store for us in this second half? Rogomo trying to orchestrate things as Fogarty turns and it ends up striking the post off Egeta. He wanted to go quick there. Daniel Fogarty not quite on the same wavelength with Ahmed Sweden. Big news, of course, about the Solomon Islands squad today. Jack Wetney coming onto the bench. Wasn't part of things on Friday, not in the 14-man squad that will go to the OFC Nations Cup. They build down the left-hand side. The noise whenever they get it into that front third on that far side is very electric. Great audience here. Solomon Islands fans, a sport that they love back home in Honiara and all the islands. Really part of the national fabric now. And you can see that development getting stronger and stronger. Credit to the Football Association and the government for investing in this sport. Giving the young kids plenty to aspire to. That growth coming on the back of a civil unrest. Over 20 years ago, this sport giving them an avenue for the youngsters to try and eradicate some of the issues around us. Fogarty tries to get on the end of a ball from Sweden. And you can certainly see the progress that they are making. Got the Brazilian coach, who's based here in Australia, Vinny Leite. He's based in Queensland. His work with Alexander Argola has been very impressive. And they're really trying to take the Solomon Islands to the next stage or the next level. This guy has certainly caught the eye. Mark Tolo, Anthony Tolo, he's got to retreat now. Fogarty in transition. Tolo saves. Is this the ball? Yes, it is. Niski picks up the pieces and Australia go 2-0 up. That moment of transition, Australia applied the tempo. They upped it, and it was Niski pouncing on a loose touch there from Tolo. And they went quickly. They saw the keeper off his line. They went quickly in transition, and Niski has extended the lead to 2-0. Just under 5 minutes into this second half. Australia 2, Solomon Islands 0. Fogarty was the player involved in lifting the tempo there. A great release from the keeper O'Brien. And it was Niski picking up the loose ball, which was spilled there by Talo. Now they have to retreat. A chance here for Sweden. And there was another moment perhaps with Giovanali coming forward quickly. Suddenly Australia have a sniff about it. Now the long ball over the top on the right-hand side. Boule couldn't quite get it under control. Australia trying to go quickly now. They've got a 2-0 lead. And now it's Fogarty looking for the combination with Giovanali. Now the 3-on-1 opportunity. Chance to feed Boule. Has to hold it up. It gives Australia time to get back in transition. The Australians very pleased about that. Defensive work. Working back rapidly on the counter-attack. Now Talo. He's got to be careful. Australia have shown that propensity to go forward quick. Stevenson turning one way and the other. Was that a foul? Yes, it was. Jonathan Moore on the spot. And it looks like it might be a yellow card. Wade Giovanali goes into the book. So Wade Giovanali goes into the book on that far side. Heavy challenge on Stevenson. We'll certainly keep an eye on that foul situation. Starting to mount. It's quite the unit. George Stevenson was very impressive on Friday night. Hasn't quite had the minutes and the impact yet in this game. But we saw on Friday what a key player he is. Solomon's getting Sammy Osifella ready. He hasn't seen any action yet over the two games. Is this the moment for him to make an impact? And number 10 for Solomon Islands, just getting readied. Stevenson comes up off on that far side, and on the near side comes Sammy Osifella. And number 10. The Kurukuru trailed by 2-0. They forced Gavin O'Brien into a number of sharp saves. Can they find the back of the net? Is this the moment? Osifella comes off the bench and his first touch in the series in the two games. Didn't see any action on Friday. Trying to make an impact on that left foot. He's available here again. Osifella. Can't get that one down. "14 minutes and 15 seconds remain in this. Remember, stock clock in action. Chance here, and there's one back. It is Boule who gets one back for the Kurukuru. And it's 2-1 to the Futsalroos over Solomon Islands. Game on here at Valentine Sports Park. Jeffrey Boulay had a chance in the first half, which was denied by the keeper in Gavin O'Brien, but he made no mistake there. The loose ball, he pounced on the left foot, and it's game on. Australia 2, Solomon Islands 1. Hope you're enjoying this. It's Tony Tanous with you across Football New South Wales Facebook. Thanks for your company. What a contest we've got for you now. Now it's into the front third. Rugomo, the temperature's gone up here. Solomon Islands fans on that far side loving it here at Valentine Sports Park. Hope you are at home. What a contest it is. Solomons, they've been knocking and knocking, not being able to find the back of the net. Eventually from a loose ball. Boulay. Now they find Rugomo. What about that audacious effort on the bicycle kick? No connection. Imagine that one had gone in. The roof would have exploded. Here he is again. Now it's Australia trying to settle it down. You wonder if Rob Varela might use the timeout. They've got one each to come in this half. They get a timeout each, the coaches, in each half. And the fans on the far side, they're on their feet. And the Kurukuru, the Doves, here they are, suddenly flying. Greg Giovanali holds it up for his brother Wade. Important intervention. Egeta there, sliding across to snuff out that counter-attack. Fogarty was loose and available. On comes Elismana. Lynch is over the ball. Greg Giovanali waits. That's where it goes. And now it goes to Fogarty. One touch. Lynch. And in the end, important touch from the keeper. Tarlaw got a foot to that one. Looked like it might have been sneaking in. Lynch at that far post. And suddenly this game continues to go from one level to another. Giovanali. And one Giovanali to another. And Australia restore their 2-goal cushion. Greg gets it across to Wade Giovanali. Greg Giovanali got the opener. Now he's got an assist for his brother Wade. It's 3 goals in 2 games for Wade Giovanali. And Australia restore their 2-goal cushion, 3-1, with 12 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. Just when you thought the level was fever pitched, Australia are able to restore their 2-goal cushion. The potency of Wade Giovanali, the supply line from brother Greg. Just checking on the surface, make sure that there's no water or perspiration on the court. Last thing we want ahead of the qualifiers for these two nations. The OFC Nations Cup for Solomon Islands. The AFF Futsal Championships for Australia. We don't want any injuries. These teams fly out in the coming days. Australia on Wednesday to Vietnam. They'll be taking on the hosts as well as Malaysia and Indonesia. And Wade Giovanali is in a real goal-scoring vein of form. He had a terrific outdoor season for Hills United. Superb in the grand final here at Valentine Sports Park. Multi-purpose facility that's the home of Football New South Wales. Good patient build-up. Osifelo, the number 10. Now Ergeta. Finds Mana on the far side. Oliveira sticking to his defensive duties. 3-1 is the score. The Futsalroos Australia over the Kurukuru. And what a moment this is. Jack Wetney coming on. Oliveira. Can't find the knee post, but one of the stalwarts, one of the greats of Solomon Islands futsal. He won't be going to the OFC Nations Cup. It's a farewell of sorts. Here he is on the ball. Jack Wetney plays for the Mountain Magic side in the New South Wales Futsal Premier League. He's been a stalwart of this Kurukuru setup for a number of years. Great gesture from the coach, Vinny Leitchi, to bringing him in today with no Arnold Mailuma available. Arnold Mailuma getting a red card on Friday night. Sees him suspended today. So that gave Wetney a chance to come in. Here he is, Jack Wetney. Crowd's favourite, not only for the Solomon Islands, but many of the Australian futsal scene. Came out here as a youngster. Here he is, Wetney. Ellis Mana can only be impressed by the speed, fitness levels of these two sides. Been building and building over the 2019 season. Wetney. Heavy work there. Maloncia thought he had a foul. In the end, he's got a side ball. The Kurukuru. Now it's on the knee touch line. 1-2 combination. Bule, the player who's got one back in the second half. Does Ray Mana keep it in? He does so. Now Wetney. Playing in that pivot role, trying to pull the strings. And now they've got the defensive work to do. The keeper reading that extremely well. Here is Bule, now Wetney. Looking for that movement up front. Maloncia provides it, now he injects himself. Chancey for Wetney, is this a moment? Lynch comes back in transition and the moment goes. A lovely build up there from the Solomon Islands. And you thought for a second it was going to be a romantic moment with Jack Wetney in perhaps a farewell game for the Solomon Islands. Pressed there by Lynch. Here is Mana. Now DeMello, who's back on the court for Australia. Talo feeds Mana. Wetney pressed quickly by De Oliveira. Shakes him off. Can't quite find his teammate on that left flank. Mana it was, peeling away. And now it's Sia. Looking for the combination. Wetney's got on the better side, but the keeper's read it well. Wetney got on the other side. You thought for a second he might be able to cut that back. So that stoppage gives both coaches a chance to make a few changes. Wade Giovanali's back on, as is Otoinao, who's had some terrific opportunities for the Kurukuru. With 9 minutes and 6 seconds remaining, still plenty of time. Can they find a second? Australia trying to withhold this sustained bit of pressure from Solomon Islands. Bule. Fogarty's back on for Australia. Australia will have a couple more warm-up games before their first game against Vietnam on the 21st of October, Ho Chi Minh City. They'll be playing a couple of Vietnamese Premier League sides. Chance to continue to hone their work. You can see the development. They get better and better every game. This has perhaps been their most impressive performance. Played 3 warm-up games against New South Wales Premier League clubs. This is the second international. Won the first by 4-3 on Friday. They lead this one by 3-1. With just under 8.5 minutes remaining. Tony Tanous with you, along with the team from Spot On Video. We're live and interactive on the Football New South Wales Facebook page. Wade Giovanali. Now Fornito lays it off for Greg Giovanali. Couldn't quite get the purchase. And is this the moment? Chance, keeper coming off his line. Is this the moment they can shake him off? O'Brien recovers. And the ball not quite falling there. Marlon Sia was the player. Frantic action here. Solomon's coming strong. Otoinal finds Macau. And now Brule. Bule. Keeper comes off his line. Got past Fornito in the first phase. Gavin O'Brien's had a terrific afternoon here. Otoy now strong. Wade Giovanali equal. Good feet here from Sia. Is this the counter-attack now for Wade Giovanali? Macau keeps him away from goal. Does well. Both teams. Importance of defensive transition. Great ball into the feet of Otoy now. He's got Fogarty on his back. No foul there. Now Sia turning one way then the other. Finding Bule. Couldn't get the purchase on that. Comfortable for Wade Giovanali. Lovely dink over the top. Now chance, Sia, feeding, 1, 2, 3, and does he finish? Yes he does, Otoy now, pulls one back, they thought it was over the line. Play on's the call, appeals for a goal there, they thought that was over the line. And we've got a timeout here, we'll try and sort this out. The Solomon Islands thinking that one was over the line. Darius Turner was right on the spot, the referee. And he's saying no goal there, he's saying no goal. He's saying no goal there, and it will be a timeout. So 3-1's the score. This is tension and drama. International futsal at its best. And I do hope you're enjoying it. The Solomons can't believe their luck there. They thought that one was over the line. As we know, the whole ball has to cross the whole of the line. And the referee, to his credit, was right on the spot. Right on that byline, Darius Turner. And 3-1 it remains. The Futsalroos over the Kurukuru with 7 minutes remaining. The timeout gives everyone just to have a chance just to calm down and have a breather. It's been some contest this. Shows you the value of futsal. The passion that the Solomons have for it. And you can see that in the spirit of their display. Australia being tested now in the second half. Solomons got back to within 1. Australia were able to extend their lead back out to 2. With Wade Giovanali poaching away. Feed from his brother Greg. And here he is, Wade Giovanali. Lovely feed again from him. Wade Giovanali still going. Couldn't get his shot on target. He's been excellent over the 2 games. 25-year-old. Had an outstanding season in the outdoor season. You can see that. He's taken that confidence and the form, the fitness into the season, futsal season. Here's Marlon Sia, great feet from him. The block coming from Greg Giovanali. Temperature's only going to go up and up from here. Lovely ball, Otoinao across the face of goal. He was the player who thought he got one back and made it 3-2. Very impressive, the youngster Marlon Sia, number 5. He's really lifted his tempo in this second half. Otoinao as well, forcing Gavin O'Brien to go long. Australia, fantastic hit out this ahead of their AFF qualifiers. As said, the hosts, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia to come. They have to finish top 3 in the tournament. It features 8 teams. Now it's the build-up involving Greg Giovanali, Ahmed Sweden. Now Oliveira finds Fogarty. Australia have been on the back foot, but they come out with a nice bit of combination play and the opportunity on the right-hand side to Fogarty. Now waiting for the movement. Happy to go all the way back to Ahmed Sweden. And they can build up now through Greg Giovanali. Just wanting that movement on that far side. Playing it into an area. Ragomo's on. He's in pocket of space. Takes a good first touch. And almost able to get that one under control. The legend in Elliot Ragomo. Good work here from Otoi now. Now he feeds Ragomo. Looking for that 1-2 with Otoi now, who's done everything but score so far. Tensions rising. Skipper and Greg Giovanali having a bit too much to say. And it is going to be a set offside ball here, in fact. Otoinal's at the back post. Ragomo's over it. In the record books as the fastest ever scorer in an official futsal game. But he just wants a goal here. Any goal will do to get the Solomons back to within 1. Elliot Ragomo it is. Gets that one under control. Goes all the way back to his keeper in Talo. Into the big target man he goes in Otoinal. Australia do well to crowd him out. They find Fogarty in space. Sweden can turn one way and the other. You could see that option on. De Oliveira was the target. Five minutes remain in this international between Australia and the Solomon Islands. And now it's a chance for Otoinal. Alvin Ho battling away with Sweden. What a contest this is. Greg Giovanali and Talo keeps his composure there. Is that going to be a moment where a yellow card now to Alvin Ho? Alvin Ho goes into the book. That tussle with Ahmed Sweden. And the foul starting to build up. Good minutes from Atoi now. Can't believe that he hasn't found the back of the net yet in this game. He certainly looks like one to watch in the OFC Nations Cup. Just under 5 minutes remain. 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Tony Tanous with you live on Football New South Wales Facebook from Valentine Sports Park. Thank you for your company. 3-1's the lead to Australia. Team that hasn't been ranked in the last few years due to inactivity. Great to see them back in action. Ragomo, a nutmeg there, and now across the keeper. Gavin O'Brien spills it out to the advantage of Ahmed Sweden. Solomon Islands player lurking at that back post. The ball spilled in the favour of an Australian. And now Stevenson, who tries to turn it forward. Boulay, the only scorer so far for Solomons. Now it's Fogarty, dispossessed by Ragomo. Greg Giovanali, just got to be a bit careful. He's already been addressed by the officials here. The Australian captain. This heated contest, a terrific game as Fogarty almost finds Wade Giovanali. You could see him there trying to shake off Alvin Ho. We had to be careful. He's Ageta, got to be careful under the press. And now it's 3-on-2 all of a sudden. Keeper comes out. Sweden does well to find Giovanali. And now it's Wade Giovanali. Fogarty likes this pocket, peeling into the wide areas to influence. And stretching the play one side, then the other. Now it goes forward. Chancey for Bulle! He forces a save again. He had Alvin Ho available on that left. Went for the strike from range. And Gavin O'Brien continues to produce the saves. Both keepers been outstanding this 2 internationals. Here comes the Kurukuru. It will be a timeout now. It will be the Solomon Islands with 3 minutes remaining. Vinny Leite has gone to his timeout. As I mentioned, both coaches have 1 timeout each, and it's Vinny Leite who's using it now to address his troops one more time. Asking for some calm heads. They still believe. What a valuable hit out this is for both nations ahead of their qualifiers. Australia have to finish in the top 3 in that 8-team tournament in Vietnam. If they do finish in the top 3, they'll march on to the AFC Championships in Turkmenistan, which will be held February 24 to March 10 next year. Top 5 from Asia go into the World Cup. So it's a good number of representatives at the World Cup, which will be held in Lithuania from 12th September to the 4th of October next year. Solomon Islands, as I mentioned, they've been at the past 2. Australia have been there 7 times. They're yet to get out of the group stage. So both teams really looking to get there. Solomon Islands feeling that they're making progress year on year. And isn't it great to see the Australian team back in action? Hopefully they can continue to get the support this program deserves and needs to continue to push on at an international level. Here's Egeta. Now they've gone into power play mode with the keeper joining the attack. They've got to be careful, of course, in transition. But Anthony Talo, you can see him on that far side. Power play scenario. And now Fogarty, chance to chip one over the top. He can't get his range there. The opportunity to go quickly and strike from range. And this is the danger of the power play scenario. Trying to create the extra man in attack. But if you do lose it, it does give the opponent, of course, the opportunity. And here's Talo. Australia keeping a central block here, making it difficult to come through the middle. Happy to give the Kurukuru the flanks. Leite will need the ball to be moved quick here. At the moment, it's too comfortable for Australia. Can they lift the tempo? Still in possession. Now it's Talo. Is he going to strike? O'Brien looking for an outlet. Fogarty's the target. Happy to keep it here and maybe eat a few seconds. 1 minute, 47 seconds remain. Australia with a 3-1 lead. The goal scorers for them, Greg and Wade Giovanali, as well as Nathan Niski. 1-0 they led at the break. Niski was able to make it 2-0. Solomon Islands got one back through Jeffrey Bulle. And then it was Wade Giovanali who made it 3-1. Niski clears. Fogarty. With 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining. Solomons need something here. They're in power play mode. Can they find the opening? It gets... Ah! What a goal! George Stevenson on the back post. And with 1 minute 16 seconds remaining, the Solomon Islands have a chance. They trailed by 3 goals to 2. George Stevenson has scored on Friday night. The power play scenario's worked here. And Stevenson brings it back to a 1-goal margin. Now's the moment. Stevenson. Can they find an equaliser? Yet to beat Australia. Wade Giovanali in transition. Stevenson working back and keeping calm here is Egeta. With less than a minute remaining. Sears come on for Stevenson. Australia not letting them play that power play scenario. The high press here from Australia. Good defending. And Fogarty's happy to go all the way back to his keeper. Calm heads here from the Futsalroos. The high press is the call from the coach. And now they've got 30 seconds. Can they find an equaliser? Tension and drama here at Valentine Sports Park. Tony Tanous bringing it to you on the Football New South Wales Facebook page. Thanks for your company. We're set for a thrilling finish. 21 seconds remain. The Solomon Islands in possession. 17 seconds. Can they find the opening? Aussie fella. 12 seconds remain. 10 seconds. 9. Now Egeta trying to find Sia. Is this the moment that Australia get one back? 2 seconds remain. You can see that clock. 2 seconds remain. The ball forward. Now it's Fogarty, and that's the end of the action. A thrilling afternoon here at Valentine Sports Park. What an occasion it's been. The Solomon Islands, they've lost, but they've won some hearts here with another stunning performance. Australia, they got their lead early on after 1.5 minutes through Greg Giovanali. They went into the break 1-0 up at half-time. They extended it through Nathan Niski on 25 minutes, made it 2-0. And then it was Jeffrey Boulay who got one back for Solomon Islands, making a game of it at 2-1. Australia restored their 2-goal cushion through Wade Giovanali. And then it was a late goal from George Stevenson, which breathed some life into a thrilling final few minutes. What a game it's been, a gripping contest. Doesn't that set the scene for what's to come across the qualifiers for both of these countries? Australia will be visiting Vietnam, and best of luck to Rob Varela and his team over in Vietnam, where they'll be taking on the host in Vietnam, as well as Malaysia and Indonesia. They have to finish top 3 in that phase of qualifying to go through to the AFC Championships. And what about the Kurukuru? What a performance here at Valentine Sports Park. They go on to the Oceania Football Nations Cup. They sure are making an impression on the futsal scene. And they go now in front of their fans to celebrate another outstanding performance. 3-2 they may have lost, but they are building, and they continue to build under Vinny Leitchi. And another impressive performance in front of some amazing scenes here at Valentine Sports Park. We wish them all the best. They'll be taking on Tonga, Tahiti and Fiji over at New Caledonia on the 28th, 29th and 30th of October. And they have to win the tournament, the OFC Nations Cup, to make it through to the World Cup, which will be held in Lithuania next year. What a preparation. 2 games here. Hope you have enjoyed the coverage. Tony Tanous with you, across with the team from Spot On Video. Thanks to Football New South Wales and also Football Federation Australia, bringing you this live stream action. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's finished Australia 3, Solomon Islands 2.